Many role-playing games pride themselves on scope and scale, but few do as much with these elements as Xenoblade Chronicles X. There are moments when Mira, the exotic world of X, feels like it's swallowing you whole. Cascading mountains are dwarfed by lumbering four-legged monsters that look as though they could kill someone by sneezing on them. So often, open worlds exist solely to house activity, serving as playgrounds for minigames, collectibles, and side objectives. While that's still somewhat true here, Mira often provides enough wonder on its own. No game this year has made us stop and stare as often as this one.
Is this the spot?
What makes Mira so remarkable is how natural it is, despite featuring distinctly alien elements like glowing blue fungi, jagged green crystals, and towering ruins. Getting from place to place, especially in the beginning, is sometimes more challenging than fending off all the various beasts looking for a meal. Things like erratic rock formations, expansive bodies of water, and overgrown tree roots often make the journey to your next destination rather circuitous. Much like an actual explorer, you'll often run into dead ends, forcing you to reroute. In other games, such navigation would be frustrating and tiresome, but Xenoblade is designed in such a way that unfettered exploration is arguably its biggest joy. The reason for all the poking around is contextualized in a simple, elegant way. You and many other refugees crash-landed on Mira, and you're all working together to establish a new home. To do that, players must survey each of the vastly different continents by installing data probes at specific points. These probes provide information on the surrounding areas. Each section of Mira has something worth seeking out, be it special enemies that drop valuable items, missions to complete, or simply just treasure to find. It's incredibly easy for wanderlust to kick in, and you end up chasing after everything except the task you initially set out for. Thankfully, and probably necessary, is the fact that dying matters so little. It's not uncommon to see level 40, 50, 60, or even 70 enemies milling about amongst the lesser creatures. Some clever critters are even hidden underground or clinging to ceilings, just waiting for a careless and unfortunate adventurer to stroll by. Expect to get caught off guard frequently during your travels, with every bit of health stomped out in a single blow. If such a thing happens, the only consequence is that you'll spawn at the last fast travel point. It can be annoying, but never so much to discourage further expeditions. The punishment is just severe enough to make Mira actually feel threatening.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Another smart move is how you're always pushing ahead. Once you've explored an area and uncovered fast travel points, you can teleport to these locations from anywhere with a few presses of the gamepad. Returning to town to tune up or accept new missions is fast and convenient, as is returning to a location to complete an objective, slay a specific monster, or gather certain items.
Here we go. Let's take the fight to them.
Xenoblade almost demands players take it slow and practice patience. Sometimes the approach works wonderfully. Players can't pilot one of the giant mechs known as Skells until more than 30 hours into the game, roughly halfway through the story. The wait is absolutely worth it, however, since Skells change everything. Enemies that were devastating become manageable, and getting around is much easier thanks to a boosted jump. Another equally important acquisition is the ability to fly, which you can't get until the final fourth of the game. Soaring through the skies is the only time Mira seems both small and peaceful. It's a significantly more powerful mark of progression than typical rewards like earning a new skill or getting a new weapon. After so much time and effort, you'll finally feel as though you have a handle on such an overwhelmingly massive planet.
Now this part I like.
Yet there are other times when Xenoblade is less thrilling. Very few tasks stray away from the tired RPG standard. Expect plenty of quests asking you to fetch items or kill a certain number of enemies. It's also quite annoying running back to a location mid-mission just to hear a few snippets of dialogue before being asked to dart off somewhere else. Many other games this year are guilty of the exact same thing, but what makes it especially egregious in Xenoblade is that you have to do these things before continuing on with the story. Every main mission comes with such prerequisites, some more ridiculous and tiresome than others. It's very clear that the game wants moments like the Skell to feel big, and they absolutely do, but the path to such moments could be more exciting and inventive.
Hit him again for me. Put up a real fight.
However, even the most mundane sections are underpinned with excellent combat. Built upon the framework in the first Xenoblade Chronicles, successful fights rely on using special techniques known as battle arts. These arts come from the 3 main classes and 12 subclasses the game offers, and players are encouraged to try as many as they see fit. The different arts include auras that have short-term effects, debuffs, and chain attacks. No single class can do everything necessary for efficient battles, requiring you to thoroughly understand what other party members are capable of. It's hard to rely on old RPG standards like recovery items as well, since the only way to heal allies is by hitting special button prompts triggered by using certain arts at the right time. While it's possible to grind your way to victory, knowledge of the enemy, quick timing, and a well-thought-out strategy are far more significant factors, especially toward the end of the game. Taken as a whole, the battle system is one of the most intricate and active we've seen from a JRPG in quite a while. Combat is even more enjoyable in online multiplayer, where you can team up for specific missions. Since even a random human ally is more cooperative, intelligent, and reactive than AI comrades, you can feel practically unstoppable with the right partners. In fact, it's fairly easy to lose yourself in the multiplayer entirely. Working with others to complete small objectives known as squad tasks is one of the ways to spawn exceptionally brutal bosses. Or you can also recruit the avatars of other players, using them as party members for a limited period of time. There's a real sense of brotherhood, like you're all banding together for the same goal. At the same time, Xenoblade does a good job of incentivizing teamwork without ever forcing you into it, or compromising those that don't engage.
Won't miss this shot.
What Xenoblade Chronicles X sorely lacks is a consistently captivating story. Many of the broader themes, which we won't spoil, have not only been done in plenty of other sci-fi stories, but even in other Xeno games. Worse is that a lot is left hanging. The ending is one big setup for something grander, and quite a few characters aren't properly fleshed out. It's hard to get too attached when you don't fully understand someone's motivation. The game also relies too heavily on recycling the same jokes. Tatsu, the expected furry sidekick, somewhat resembles a potato, and several characters sarcastically suggest eating him in numerous ways. It's not all that funny the first time you hear it, and the joke repeats so frequently that it's hard not to groan whenever the bespectacled goofball shows up. There are moments when characters get time to shine, especially during affinity missions, but they're not enough to carry the story's shortcomings.
Considering they appear to be systematically targeting the Lifehold, I'd say that leaves no question that follows here.
With so much to get wrapped up in, however, the disappointing story doesn't leave a lasting sting. Even after 70 hours, there were things that surprised us, and there's still so much to uncover. You can't just casually stroll through Mira. The same is true of the game as a whole. Xenoblade Chronicles X throws a daunting amount of systems at players, all of which feed off of one another in fascinating ways. Surprisingly though, Xenoblade issues this challenge with confidence. It believes players have the determination and intelligence to see things through, leading to moments that stick with you because they feel truly earned.